Good day, organic farming lovers. Welcome back to Convisi Farms. Have you ever wondered how long it takes for yams to grow and when to harvest them? In today's video, I will take you through the full growth timeline and harvest of yam sack farming, from the sprouting to the harvesting. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more organic farming tips. In our previous videos of how to grow and harvest yams in sacks, we talked about the planting process in part 1, from choosing the right sacks to making use of the right soil, which is loamy soil, to choosing healthy yams and how to plant your yams. Then in part 2, we talked about the caring process and the watering process, from when it starts sprouting to fertilizing your yams, to watering your yams, to staking your yams, and so on. If you have not watched part 1 and part 2 of how to grow and harvest yams in sacks, you can go back to watch them after watching this part 3 video, so that you can have a clear understanding of how to start growing yams in sacks. Last week's video, I gave a bonus tip for a successful yam sack farming, which is the do's and the don'ts of yam sack farming, so that you can avoid common mistakes and do the right thing to have a bountiful yam harvest. Today's video is the part 3 of the yam sack farming, which is the final stage of how to grow and harvest yams in sacks. Yam sack farming is a process that requires patience and care. Here is a breakdown of the growth timeline of your yams. In the stage 1, this is the sprouting process. After planting, your yam set begins sprouting in 10 to 30 days, depending on the temperature, the soil moisture, and the set quality. To speed up the sprouting process, store your yam sets in a warm place before planting and keep the soil moist but not waterlogged. Then in stage 2, this is the vine growth stage, which takes about 1 to 3 months. The vine starts growing rapidly in the first 4 to 12 weeks. Then in the stage 3, this is the tuber formation stage. This is from 3 to 6 months. This is when the yams start to form underground tubers. The leaves will be lush green and the vines will continue to climb. Don't forget to apply organic compost or organic fertilizer every 4 weeks for better growth. Then in stage 4, this is the maturity and the yellowing stage of the leaves, which is from 6 to 8 months. Around this time, the yam leaves start turning yellow and start drying up. This is a natural sign that the tubers are fully grown and ready to harvest. Now, let's talk about the harvesting process of your yam. The best time to harvest your yam is when 30 to 50% of the leaves turn yellow and the vines begin to dry up. First of all, loosen the soil gently by using your hands or a small tool to avoid damaging your yams. If you don't want to tear your sacks because you desire to reuse them, then you can pull the tubers carefully after you have loosened your soil by holding the base of the vine and pull your yams out gently. Shake off excess soil and leave your yams under the shade for 2 to 3 days before you store them. Look at how beautiful and healthy our yams came out after we harvested them. Proper harvesting ensures your yam stays fresh for a longer period. We carried out an experiment when we planted our own yams in sacks. We planted 3 different sets of yams, which is the yam head, both the big and small, the seed yams, and the mini set, and they all gave us different results, and we used both big and medium sacks and it also gave us different results. The mini set we used is the seed yam that we cut into mini sets. For the yam head, we got big yams that we planted in big sacks, and the small yam head gave us slim yams, but it was the same height with the sack we used. For the seed yam, we got both big and medium yams. That is why I said in our previous video that you should make sure you use big and breathable sacks to plant your yams to avoid restrictions. We planted one big yam head in a cement bag, and the bag restricted the yam growth, and the tip of the yam grew flat at the bottom. This is the yam. Then for the mini set, we only got seed yams from them. This implies that mini sets can only give you seed yams and not the actual yam itself. In our do's and don'ts video, I said you should not harvest too early and you should not harvest too late, because the ones we harvested too early gave us seed yams only, and the ones we harvested too late got rotted. This was our observations after we harvested our yams in sacks. After harvesting, you need to store your yams properly to prevent spoilage. Cure your yams for 2 to 3 days under the shade to toughen the skin. Then store them in a cool and dry place. Avoid direct sunlight and moisture. Check for rotten yams and remove them immediately. With these steps, your yams can stay fresh for several months. And that is the complete guide on how to grow and harvest yams in sacks from part 1 to part 3. Now you know exactly what to expect at each stage. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share them with your fellow farmers, and subscribe for more organic farming content. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment sections. See you in the next video. Bye bye and take charge.